Hello, welcome to Wednesdays. No, Mondays. God, good heavens, started off well. Yeah, welcome to Monday's strength class. What I'd like to do in this class, and I mean, I'll have to repeat it because at the moment there's only 2 of you watching, but this is the sort of preamble, is now I'm going to try something slightly new with one of the exercises. And I hope that you're going to need to be able to get on your knees to be able to do that. And we're going to try, instead of doing the press up against the wall, which I think is a bit unnatural doing it that way, we're going to try a 3/4 press up on the floor. So you're going to have to and the thing is, I'm not very good at them. So what we can do is we can see how we go for the first one. I'm not expecting people to be able to do a full press up. If you can, fantastic. But if you can't, we'll go into it gently. And over the weeks, our aim is to do 5 press ups. And that's what I'd like to be able to do as well. Because they are very good for you. They do your triceps, they do your back, not so much your chest as people think. But your back, and they just are very good for you. So I'm going to try that today, and it may go disastrously wrong. It may be terrible. Nobody may be able to do it. People may think, "Oh no, please." Hi, Elizabeth. Press up's good plan. Thank you, Elizabeth. At least I've got one person. Now, as I say, this is a challenge that we're going to do together because I need to do it as well. So it may take us weeks and weeks to be able to get to the 5 press ups, but we're not afraid of a challenge, are we? No, we're strong women. Just on challenges, I would just want to ask, how's the 6K daily steps challenge going? I was just aware today that I haven't actually said much about it recently. The dog's very unsettled this morning. I don't know why. He's sort of wandering about all over the place. I don't know if he's looking for something or whether he's can't get comfy or he's rolled in something obnoxious. But yes, the 6K daily steps challenge. How's that going? Remember, 6,000 steps every day for the rest of your life, which hopefully will then be a long and happy one, long and healthy one, because of well, the steps that you're taking, literally. What's the matter? You want to lie down? I don't know what's the matter with him. He's usually likes a little sleep mid-morning. He's grown slightly since I got him last. Right, so anyway, yes, the press-ups. So there, we see. I don't know what to say about them. If you can't get on your knees, then that's going to be a bit difficult. Then maybe you should do the wall press up. But we'll come to that. So we've got 1, 2, 3 exercises that are standing, and the rest are on the floor. So I hope that's okay with everybody. Yes, I'm changing the reverse bridge slightly as well, because I don't know if I like that one very much. I'm changing it a little bit to make it more arm related, because at the moment I don't think it really does anything. It's just sort of going up and down. And what are you after now? Oh, excuse me. There you go. He's after his toy box, which is just down there. It was covered up. Right, so it's nearly 11 o'clock. We might as well get going. If you're new to this, you've started on a good day when we're doing the press-ups. So if you're new to this, it's in 3 parts. There's a warm-up, the main body of the exercises, and it's and then what's the word I'm looking for? Flexibility is in my mind, stretching. It's snappier. Well, it should be. I'm waffling around a bit here. It's snappier than the functional fitness class on a Wednesday. So with this one, I'm assuming that most of you know how to do the exercises. And if you don't, you just sort of follow on. Remember, if you can do all the repetitions easily, then why are you in the class? Some of the exercises are more difficult than the others, but that's a sign that you need to do them more, not less. But give it a go and see how you get on. Don't look at me like that. Colleagues have a way of looking at you very balefully, don't they? Right, I'm going to move my chair. I'm going to start with the warm-up. In fact, I'm going to tilt this down slightly as well. A bit too much. Right. Right, so we're going to start just by walking on the spot, on your toes if you can. I'll go further back, show you on my toes. And swing your arms in a slightly exaggerated way so that your shoulders are being mobilized. Off, baby. So that your shoulders are being... this is going to be good if this happens. Off. Go and lie down. In an exaggerate... No, off, off, off. Good boy. In an exaggerate off, off, off. So that your shoulders get mobilized. Off. Off, off. Good boy. So we'll do this for a few more times. Middle. He's a good boy. Right, 3, 2, off, 1. Right, we're going to put your hands around your shoulder to make your arm like a wing, so that it's sticking straight out like that. Imagine you've got a pencil on the end, and you're going to off, you're going to draw a big off. I'm going to have to tie you up. We're going to have to off, off, sit. We're going to draw a big circle, 5 big circles backwards with the pencil. So we're going to go 1, 2, to get full range of movement in your shoulder. 3, 4, 5, and then forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the other arm. Sticking straight out, don't forget the pencil. Nice full range of movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to put one arm by our ears and the other one, this is throwing me him, and the other one back. Remember, you don't rock, so you're just going to go up nice and slow and controlled. 1, if you can't get your hands up as far as your ears, just go as far as you can. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I think I may have miscounted there. So I'm just going to let him out into the garden. Come on, come here. You want to go out? Come on. Why are you panting? There you go. See if he'll dig in the garden. Right. So we're going to start by doing heel digs. This is still the warm-up. Hands, elbows anchored to your waist, and as you do a heel dig, you do a bicep curl with the opposite arm. And put this down a wee bit. Yes, so you do a bicep curl with the opposite arm. 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to go to the side. And as you go to the side, push the air out. So you're going to the side. And 3, 2, 1. Remember, your knees and your hips are headlights pointing forwards. And then we're going to do a step back. And at the same time as you're doing the step back, have your hands chest height and you're pushing them forward. At the same time as your leg goes back, your arms come forward. Keep those headlights on your knees and your hips pointing forwards. Splay your fingers, give your hands a bit of a stretch. This is good for balance and good for your elbows and your shoulders and your knees and your ankles and your muscles. 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to do a toe tap. And as you do that, you're just going to swing your arm. Maybe slightly, in a slightly exaggerated way, to get your shoulders mobilized. 3, 2, 1. Right, we're going to put it all together. Follow along as you can, just to get you warmed up and to get you thinking. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. If you can't keep along with this, heel dig, just do your best. As long as you're moving, it doesn't really matter, because if you're moving, your muscles will be, last time, your muscles and your joints will be getting warmed up. Toe tap. Right. So, hopefully your muscles are getting nice and warm now. I'm going to start with the dreaded squat. I'm just going to go and get something. Right, remember a squat is sitting down without the chair. Your knees don't come over your toes. So if you're new to this class, it's sitting down. You may want to use the chair, put the chair behind you, just as a, what's the word I'm looking for? A confidence booster, because your weight is in your heels and sometimes I fall backwards. So it's, and don't let your knees come in. What I went to get myself a weight. I'm going to do this with a weight because I find 10 squats quite easy. So I want to get my legs stronger. So I need to challenge them more. So I've got quite a heavy weight here actually. For me, it's a 5 kilogram weight. If you've got weights at home and you want to do this, feel absolutely free. So we're going to do 10 squats. I'm going to go sideways so as you can see how my knees don't go over my toes. So we're going to go 1, I'm going to hold this close to my chest. 2, 3, actually thinking about it, 4, at the start of lockdown, 5, I was about 5 kilos heavier. 6, 7, 8, this is tough, 9, 10. That's the thing with strength exercises, is your muscles and your body get used to doing one thing and they adapt. So you have to keep challenging it. Right, we're going to do the normal thing. Go into squat position down to about there, and we're just going to pulse. Just up and down, just bouncing really. Just so I'll show you. So these, you should, if you press here, you should feel those muscles under quite a lot of tension. Ooh. Right, get your chair. And you're leaning on it with your weight on your hands. Hips at 90 degrees, hips and legs. Oh, heck, hang on. My crib sheet is falling down. It's falling down behind the mantelpiece. It did that with another one and I couldn't get it back. So, yes. knees and torso at right angles to it, legs and torso. And we're going to put one hand there and bring the opposite leg up so that from the tip of your finger to the tips of your toe, you should be in one line. Your head isn't down, it isn't up, it's in alignment with your spine. 1. This is great for your back and your glutes. 2. And your arms and your shoulders. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. If you can't do 10 of these, it's fine. 10. Did you manage 10? I'm going to turn the chair around. And it's the other arm this time. So it's my left arm and my right leg. I'm just going to have a quick look to see if I'm straight. Yeah, more or less. Overbalancing myself in the process. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Right, we're going to do a lunge now. If you need the chair to hold on to for balance, absolutely fine. You might prefer to go next to a wall. If you feel your balance is okay, that's fine. But don't be shy of holding on to the chair if you need to. A lunge is done in 4 separate steps, literally. So you go forward, down, ooh, see what I mean? Down, up, and back. 1. When you go step, don't let the back knee touch the floor. Up, back. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. See what I mean? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try and get those headlights on your hips and your knee pointing forwards. 6. And have your torso upright. Don't want to be leaning forward. Your torso is upright. 7. 8. My front knee is turning in a bit. 9. 10. Right, we're going to do the other one, the other leg. Always takes me a little while to get my balance on each leg. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, Oops. 5. The thing is not to do these too fast. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Right. Now, press ups. Back in 2 seconds. Just wondering what he was doing. I'm just going to turn this down slightly. Right. We're going to do, I get on my knees, we're going to do a 3/4 press up. So watch to begin with. Don't do it, because you won't be able to do it if you can't see what I'm doing. So we're starting off on all fours like this, hands under your shoulders, and we're going to put our hands a pace forward, so we're like that, and then we're going to bring our torso so that our shoulders are once more above our hands. I'm going to do that, so as you can see, you're not up like that, you're not sagging down like that. So it's on your hands and knees, hands under shoulders, a pace forward, and then you're bringing your body forward so that your hands are once more under your shoulders. And then you're going to lower. Now, some of you may not be able to push back up. If you can't push back up, just lower. Down, and then come back up, and then down, and come back up. We're going to do that 5 times. I'm going to try and push back up, but I know that I can only do it 2 or 3 times. So I'll show you what it looks like from the front, like that. And so your elbows are staying quite close to your body. It's not one that's like out like that. Okay? So, are we ready? Hands and knees, forward. Bring your shoulders over your hands. And we're going to go down and up if you can. If you can't, just get yourself up. And down. I can only do 1. And then come up, that's 2. Just hover above the ground a bit, that's it, 3. Go down in a controlled way. 4. And then up again. Last one. 5. How was that? I expect feedback on that, because I need to know how it went. Hi, Nikki. Right. Let me get my phone. So we've done 5 3/4 sort of press ups, but we've started, and that's our baseline. Whatever you are today, you're not going to get any worse than that. But I'd like you to practice that through the week as well, so that when it comes to next Monday, you'll be better. You'll think, oh yes, I am improving. If you just do it once a week in this class, the chances of you improving are pretty slim. Right, we're going to do the plank, which I know you all love. So we're doing the front plank first. So, lying on your tummy, elbows under your shoulders, hands in front of you like a sphinx. Hello. And then up on your toes. Remember, your bottom's not in the air and you're not sagging down. So I've started the stopwatch now. So we're going to do this for a minute, which is a long time in plank world. You know, Max Planck had his own types of time. Well, there's exercise plank. A little bit of science there for you. If you can't do a whole minute, absolutely fine. Do what you can. It's something to aspire to. We're halfway through now. 20 seconds to go. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Woo! That was hard today, I don't know why. We're now going to do a side plank. These exercises, plank and stuff, are so good for your core. So make sure when you're doing the side plank, I know I always say this, but it's very important, that your elbow is under your shoulder. And you're either going to raise up like this, or if you can't get right up, bring your back leg behind you and walk like that. It's easier. Ooh, we're going to do this for 30 seconds. We'll only ever do this for 30 seconds. We're not working up to a minute. I'm not that much of a masochist. Right, up you go. Right, watch is starting now. "15 seconds gone. 20. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Whew. I have to try and count down without my voice shaking because of the effort I'm putting in. Other side. Remember, elbow under your shoulder. Whoa, right, are you up? Right, watch starting now. "15, 20, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax." Whoa, that was hard today. Did you find it hard? I always feel like play school person. That was hard, children, wasn't it? Did you find it hard? Right, what we're doing now is, let me have a look at my crib sheet. Oh, the boat, hooray! So, sitting with your knees bent. Now, you're going to lean back slightly and have your, either keep your hands there, lifting your legs up. Your legs can be like that. You can straighten them like that. Or if you're very hardcore, straighten like that. Those of you, the base of my spine still hurts where I hurt it the other day. Those of you that have done yoga will know this one. Anyway, so we're going to do it twice for 30 seconds each time. So, leaning back, ow, there, and off we go. Now, throughout the exercise, you may want to support yourself just to give yourself a bit of a rest. You may want to straighten just for a few seconds and then bring it back so that they're there. Again, you may want to hold on a bit. We're halfway through. If you can, straighten your legs and have your hands out straight. I'm going to bend mine back down again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. How was that? I know some of you find different things more difficult because some of you say, oh, the boat's really hard, and oh, the plank is really hard. So different people find different things hard. Right, we're going to go again. So lifting your legs. So let me get this onto the bit. Once I'm on the base of my spine, it's not too bad. So there, and off we go. It's more painful on the base of my spine than it is on my abs, actually. Straighten if you want. Whew. I'm going to bring mine back down again. We're halfway. Straighten. Bring them down. Maybe hold on to them for a bit. A little bit of relief. Straighten. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Woo! Hard, right? Right. What we're going to do now is, we're not going to do the reverse bridge. We're going to do one we're going to do tricep dips, but we're going to do them on the floor. So what I want you to do is it's a bit like the reverse fold. So have your hands behind you, and you're going to come up with your feet. Yeah, have your feet under your knees. Now with this one, you're only going to bend your arms. Your bottom's going to come down to the floor, but you're not going like this. If you notice, my legs are moving. Your legs don't move. Hold yourself up, and it's only your arms that move. Okay? So you get up into position, get yourself comfy. So you are doing a sort of reverse bridge, but you're going to use your arms as well. So we're going to go 1, just use your arms, 2, 3, oh, it's hard, 4, 5. Once you get into the rhythm, it's okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, ow. That is hard, isn't it? Again, my arms have gone dead. If you can't do the 10, that's absolutely fine. But the backs of your arms might be sore tomorrow. You've got to remember to use your arms and not your legs. Dipping your legs up and down doesn't really do anything. Oh, what are we doing now? Yeah, the bridge. Okay, so this one's quite nice and easy. I'm just going to check and see what my dog's doing. There's noises out back. Oh no, it's all right. Right. Sorry about the disruption of the dog. Shows it's live anyway. Oh. So lying on your back, have your feet so that your middle finger can just touch them. And then we're going to go right up, making sure that your thighs stay parallel. They don't come in and they don't fall out. And you're squeezing that glute. Squeezing it. And then you're going to come down and up. That's 1. Down and up 2. Squeeze the glute. Down and up 3. Down and up 4. Down and up 5. Hello. Down and up 6. Down and up 7. My neighbour's emptying his dustbins. Down and up 8. Squeeze out those glutes. Down and up 9. Down and up 10. And then come up. Just stretch your legs out with your toes pulled back and just lean forward a bit, just to get the kink in your back out. Just sit like that, just for a few seconds, just to sort of redress the balance. You're leaning forward from the hips, not from the waist. Okay, right. I feel as if I've put you through the mill a bit today, and we're nearly finished. But we're going to finish with 3 20-second bouts of high intensity exercise like we usually do. And remember, the high intensity is running as fast as you can on your toes, tiny, tiny little steps. The smaller the better, as long as your feet come off the floor. Tiny steps. Use your arms, don't hunch your shoulders. I'm going to do that 3 bouts of 20 seconds to get your heart going, get the blood pumping around your body. Helps reduce visceral fat. I mean, you might think, what does 20 seconds do? Well, it does get your heart going, and it does help with visceral fat, not with subcutaneous, which is the stuff you can see, but the visceral fat. you've got any heart problems, any worries, anything at all, don't do it. Right, so are you ready? On your marks, set, off you go. "17, 18, 19, 20. Just reading the comments, a couple of people were saying they can't get down very low when they're doing the press-ups. So if you're, just while we're doing this, if you can't get down very low, if you can only get to there, maybe try pushing up again, doing it that way. And maybe as time progresses, you don't need to maybe do it your way. Don't go right down to the floor. And as time progresses and you get stronger, you'll find yourself able to go lower down. More than one way to skin a cat if skinning cats is your bag. Right, second lot. On your marks, set, go. "17, 18, 19, 20. How was that? We had quite a nice long break between the first lot and the second lot because I was talking about the press-ups. I might put a video up actually on the press-ups if I remember about it. But it's just practice. Consistency is more important in exercising than doing something once in a blue moon, or doing something and really giving it welly and then getting sore muscles and thinking, oh, I'm not going to do that again. Little and often is best. Okay, you ready for the third one? On your marks, set, off you go. "17, 18, 19, 20. Fabulous. Did you manage that? As usual, whilst I'm waiting for you to get your breath before starting the stretching, if you have enjoyed the class and like to buy me a coffee, the link is in the comments section underneath the video. I've also included there my Facebook page, my Over 50 Fitness Facebook page. There's quite a lot of information on there, so it's not collated very well, so you'll have to just have an explore, look at photographs, and there's no files section on the way I've set it up for some strange reason, so I couldn't neatly collect things into files. I can't get a file section. I don't know how to, but there is a lot of information there if you just have an explore and a scroll round. So that link's there, and the buy me a coffee link is there underneath the video, this video, in the comments section. Right, are we ready now for our stretching? Get your chair, and you know the drill. Front leg bent, back leg straight, both heels on the ground, both feet pointing in the same direction. Leaning forward, you should feel the stretch at the top of your calf. Now he decides to have a sleep. And then very gently bend your back knee, put a little bit of weight on that foot. Your heel will come off the ground, but you should feel the stretch moving down into your Achilles. Don't try to stand up on your toe. Just let your foot do what it wants. And you should feel the stretch moving down. And then we're going to switch over. Just check that your feet are pointing in the same direction. And then bend the back knee. Heel comes off the ground. Put a bit of weight on that foot, and you should feel the stretch moving down into your Achilles. As we get older, my constant phrase, tendons and ligaments become, in older people, they become less, we'll stop now, become less flexible. They become more fibrous, and they're not as, they're not very flexible in the first place, but they become less, I don't know if it's the word tensile. If something is less elasticated, less elastic, and so it's easier to tear them. And as I'm sure you know, tendons attach muscle to bone, and ligaments attach bone to bone. But so your Achilles tendon attaches your big muscle here at the back of your leg, well, your lower calf muscle, to the your heel bone and things. And that's why it's good to stretch it. Anatomy as well as exercise. Oh, who would have thought it? Right, we're going to stretch the quadriceps, the big muscles at the front of your thigh. And if you can, grab your shoe or your ankle or your trouser leg or what have you. Try and keep your knees together and stand up nice and straight. You can use this as a bit of a balancing exercise if you want. Have the chair there. If you can't do that, do dynamic stretching, kicking your legs like this. See if you can kick your hands. Your hands on your bum, see if you can kick your hands. It does work, because when I first started doing this, I could kick my hands, but it was more of an effort than it is now. So you just keep doing this. I think he thinks this looks quite like fun. And then if you're a static stretcher, this one, release and do the other one. And if you're a dynamic stretcher, just keep being your dynamic self. I'm going to do this one for the second lot. Oh, I'm falling over here. Once you start to go, it's very difficult to get your balance back. Sometimes my balance is really good, and then other times when I'm out, I'll just stagger around for no reason. I'm sure people think I'm drunk. Right, okay, so the hamstrings now, big muscles on the back of your thigh. Oh, God, he smells. He has rolled in something pretty vile. Sitting at the front of the chair, sitting up nice and straight, knees at 90 degrees, ankles under your knees. One leg forward, lean forward from the waist, from the hips, not from the waist. However far forward you lean is entirely up to you. The stretch should be challenging but not painful, never painful. And then up. And then the other one, sitting up nice and straight. My back cricks when I sit up. Forward from the hips, not the waist. And then sitting up. And then we're going to stretch the hip flexors. So we want the chair, we want to be sitting sideways on the chair and to the front of the chair. So like this, and then this leg goes back so that the chair isn't impeding your leg. And your torso is nice and straight. We want to stretch here because we don't want to get that old man or woman stoop that people get when they've got stiff hip flexors. And sitting a lot at computers and things, which is what I do as well, it makes your hip flexors short and tight. So we want them to be strong but flexible as well. It's always a balancing act between getting your muscles really strong and flexible at the same time. And then switch sides, back, nice and straight torso. Put your hands on your knee if you want to balance you. Hold on here. Doesn't really matter what you do with your hands. You're stretching this bit. It's quite a mild, springy-like day today. It's quite nice. Oh, there we go. Right. Last 3 exercises. Hands out, palms forward. Round the tree, so it's round, not straight, round like that, as far out as you can, and then dip your head. So what you're doing is you're splitting your shoulder blades and getting stretching the big muscles at the top of your back across your shoulders. And then link your fingers behind your arm. If you can't do that, just try and get your elbows together. If you're interlacing your fingers, lift your arm up, and that gives you the stretch across your chest. Again, we want a strong back, which is what this exercise does. Look like Morecambe and Wise, don't I? And we want stretched chest muscles, which is what this one does. If you have a weak back and tight chest muscles, you do that. Plus, if you've got tight hip flexors, that's where you get that old person gait. And relax that. And finally, because we've done quite a bit on our triceps, you're going to put your hand up with your hand palm facing back, down your back. Looks like that from the... Just if you can't get it as far as that, just do what you can. And then you're pulling it back so as you get a stretch there. If you've got impaired shoulder movement, you might find this one difficult. So just leave it out because we don't want you to hurt yourself. And then release it and do the same with the other one. Just pull it back till you can feel this. I don't know if you'll have sore arms tomorrow. But anyway, agree with that. Verse bridge, unsure about angle of arms and palms. Yes, it is difficult that. I'll have a think about that before next week, Elizabeth. Yes, I knew what you meant by verse bridge. The boy stood on the burning bridge. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Yes, I'll have a think about that before next week because it is actually good for your arms, but you need to know where hands are and everything. Yes, take that on board. If anybody wants to give me any more feedback about the 3/4 press up and things, I'm open to. I'm listening. And I'll see you all, those of you that do the functional fitness class on Wednesday, I'll see you then. If not, I'll see you next week. Bye.